Landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess, and this is the weirdest wedding I've ever been to. Anyhow, a few days ago I did a live stream, and we took a look at the worst of the Temugeddon knives. And I just kind of wanted to see if there was some kind of redemption for this thing that we could get out of it. And if I'm not mistaken, this one is the Yoanmi. And to date, I still have to find anybody that can show me how to Yoan somebody. I am still frightened. I don't consent, but this is definitely concerning. This is an odd request. But I figured I'd take a look, see if maybe it was a blade steel issue or a factory edge issue with the fact that it did so poorly on Cardboard Slayer. So I took it to the workshop with the Kin Onion blade grinding attachment, and I put a very, very sharp, very, very mirrored edge on it, and it's kind of hard to catch it in the light, but you can kind of see right there, like, it is super, super reflective. And it shaved really easy. It did all the things really easy before I started, and I pushed this thing through about 3 hours of cutting cardboard, if memory serves. I mean, we went and went and went and went. Like, it was a full-on Cardboard Slayer, and it probably went through the better part of 500 some odd feet of cardboard while we were talking and shooting the breeze. Those live streams are they're fun. But, you know, this is a real quick video. I don't know how well it will show. Let's move the lighting around a little bit. Yeah, there we are. Like, the surface picked up a lot of fine scratches off of all that cardboard, which I didn't expect. And the edge did show some wear fairly quickly, but after 3 hours, all I've done is strop this thing. Let's see what we've got right now. Yeah, I mean, that's just stropping it back into one piece after a few hundred feet of cutting cardboard. Like, this is nuts. So, I mean, it's got that going for it. You know, at least the steel is good enough that it can handle doing that. I was thoroughly surprised by it. I'm still a little surprised by it. I'm not going to lie. And, I mean, so the other thing that I saw with this is while I was putting it through the grinder, even on the roughest grit, a burr showed up, but it was a very fine, tight burr. It wasn't one of those big, giant, you've got snowflakes sticking off the end of your knife burrs. So I'm willing to bet this actually is D2, and I'm willing to bet it's got a decent heat treatment on it. It obviously has a decent heat treatment on it. And, like, it doesn't really make the knife that much better, but it does make it at least good enough to carry and use. If it hadn't been for the other issues, these inlays right here being loose and only held down by the pivot screw, the liner lock being incredibly difficult to access, the pocket clip being, well, that bad off. There's no blade play in it, but I also had to tighten that thing down out of the box so it didn't partially deploy like this in the waistband and stab me in the hand when I opened it. So this was just kind of interesting. I wanted to share my experience with this thing and how that turned out. I'm going to cut one more piece of paper just because I can. And yeah, like, I am pleasantly surprised that it was definitely a factory edge issue and not a blade steel issue. And that just kind of goes to show, yet again, these cheap knives that are getting their steel from the same suppliers as everyone else are plenty practical. The heat treatment's good enough to serve trow. Yeah, at least I had that one good thing going for it. So, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, y'all are still coming in. It's awesome. We are close to cresting 800. Thank you so much. It's humbling. I'm very grateful. Comments, I love some feedback. Let me know what you thought about how this little bit of thing turned out. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.